maybe 150. It's possible we could take another jog down before that happens, but we should not close under 142. That would change the whole dynamic, and then we'd be looking for new lows. But I think we're headed higher. It's almost the identical chart with the yields, and yields are up. They're not as close to the breakout. So in the end, the 144.5 level is analogous to 380 in the 10-year, which I think is going to be taken out. And then 20 bips from 380 gets you 4. And I think that's going to be eventually supportive. Before that happens, we could get, ABC back down to 370, but we shouldn't close back under 370. Otherwise, yields, this was the bounce, that's it, and yields are heading lower. This could happen. I think we have inflation news on Friday. So that's the story on the yield picture and the Japanese yen. As far as euro, we never got that pullback towards 111, and we're diverging up here. Now, this is wave 5, whether it pulls back or not. So wave 5 means what? It's not that it's just beginning. It means that we're completing this whole rally from the spring. Okay, so it's still possible if we close over 112 for us to get up to 114, just 200 bips here. And that would take the dollar under par, which is a big round number, to get some panic. Maybe we go to 99.5, maybe 98.5. But just like the euro pushing up is 5 to complete, because once we complete, we could correct this whole advance from 106. So say it's 115 that we get to, call that 900 handles. 4.5 back would be right back where we are now, 111, something like that. So I think that's going to coincide with some risk off. So if you get the dollar right, as long as the dollar's heading down, we still have upside and risk, and that this could last maybe into next week. Looking at Aussie, it did have a breakout. I didn't commit to it because I did try and buy Canada at 35 and thought that, this candle looked positive, but here we are at new lows. Long term, I've been very bearish Canada from up here. We were short up here. People have, short memories. They remember the last trade, but we were bearish here, and I was talking about 132. So wherever we get a bottom here in Canada, pretty ugly week. I don't think we're going to go to 132 on this decline here, unless we really have a dollar crash. So maybe we take out 134 and we're going to have another chance to sell it. So what I'm saying is that we're completing a lot of things. We may even be completing in silver, and silver had a huge day yesterday. Look at that. So we're almost at new highs. Should be able to take them out, but I want to show you what's happening in silver. Look at the RSI. Okay, we're not confirming. I talked about 32 when we were buying it at 28, so we're there. It could stretch to 33, but this too is in a completion phase. If 32 is my target, I'd be, at least taking half off up here. You may not want to short it, but you're not going to go broke taking profits. Gold is making new highs. I just don't think you can chase the gold either up here. Maybe we're going to 2,700, but this too could complete, and we could get a pullback to 2,500 when the market comes off. So just be careful. Wave 5s, a lot of people, Ellioticians, don't even trade them because they're not always the best wave to trade. Sometimes they're truncated. They're not as big as wave 3s. They're kind of like a 1 equals 5. So I'm not saying they don't move, but if you've caught the dollar, and we have from much higher levels. Here's my point, is that you don't have to be there or even have expectations that you're going to ride the whole move. We were bearish here, okay? We were bearish here, looking for 102, okay? Then we caught this into this recent break, and my mistake was I was looking for a rally back to 102 and this week to take out the stops. That never happened. And so do what I say, not what I do sometimes. But I do believe that there'll be an opportunity actually to sell the dollar back here from where we bottom, even if the euro can rally another 200 pips. So I'd be real careful. There's a lot of company on the short side of the dollar, which is typical in a wave 5. So, that's what I would do. If you want to be long euro, we shouldn't take out 11.5. So we are diverging in euro. Cable really did outperform. Maybe it's got another couple hundred in it, 136.5. And Aussie, I don't know, maybe we'll get another breakout test and you could try it there. I just want to touch on natural gas. It achieved my objective from when I was saying to buy it here. The formation was pretty much 220 to 190, which gave you 250, 260, and here we are. I'm not saying that this is the end of the move, but it also could be completing for wave 1, and then you look for some type of fib retrace to buy them. WTI is interesting. We've rallied back to a breakdown. Even with what's going on in the Middle East, I think there's a chance that we sell off to new lows. S&Ps, I don't think the top is in, but I do think that we could get some type of pullback in here. Be best if it was contained just, maybe around 5,600 and then go again. But we are starting to, get to levels where we're in this third drive. But we need to see first of all, we haven't even had a down day yet, okay, to count this as wave 1 of 3 of a 3 drive. The number 1 drive hasn't even started yet. So you need the first drive and a pullback, then another drive with momentum divergence. You need to do that 2 more times. So we're entering the month of November next week, October next week, and a lot of people don't think it's going to make it through the election without some type of October surprise. It's possible the October surprise is geopolitical with everything that's going on, the escalation everywhere. We'll see what happens in October. Usually it's a scandal. This time it could be kinetic. And so that's a wrap. I'll be back with Mike tomorrow. And, it's there's going to be some great opportunities. In fact, I talked to a trading friend of mine who's looking for a low in gold in November, back down around 2,500 or so. And that would be the last bus stop. So let's see what happens. And during that, what kind of correction we get in silver. Silver still probably needs to take out these highs first, but we're getting close. Let's get this flush out and wave 5's over with. Then we'll have better corrective waves to trade and better long entries on pullbacks, especially in the metals, and a great rally to sell in the dollar after that's complete. So I hope that you're doing well. Been bearish for the dollar the whole time. I know I took profits in Aussie up at this resistance level, but I said take a half, take a third, so you're still long there. And, you could still be long from 110. There was no sell signal. And pound has been the preferred long based upon euro pound. That may be beginning to change too. Maybe the last flurry of the dollar going down under par will be like today with the euro outperforming and EG beginning to recover from being oversold. So have a good day trading. Don't just count your pips, count your blessings. I'll see you tomorrow with Mike at 11 a.m. EST.